Ultimate eggless moist banana bread. I can tell you this is so amazing, soft and super moist. How doing my foodie friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel Big by Faizan. So today I will be sharing the recipe how to make eggless banana bread. I have recently posted a video of banana bread and so many people have asked me how to bake it eggless. Let's get started with peeling the banana. As you can see, it is over banana I have taken and I'm peeling this banana using my knife. To make this bread or cake, you need over banana every time. These bananas were sitting in my kitchen for almost 3 days, so I gotta use this banana anyway. I thought, what could be the best way to use this banana? So I end up making banana bread again, but without using any egg in this recipe. Whenever I see banana sitting in my kitchen for longer, two recipes comes in my mind, and those recipes are banana bread or cake and banana pancake. That's so amazing and simple recipes. Here in this recipe, I am taking 4 medium-sized banana, and into that bowl I am putting almost 200 grams of granular sugar. And using my whisker, here I am mashing my banana and sugar together as I have done in my recently posted video of banana bread. Mix it very well so sugar dissolves completely. If any banana chunk left in the batter, you don't need to worry about that. They will taste amazing when you have a bite of your bread. If you don't have a whisker, you can use fork to mash banana and sugar, and you can use 2 forks joining together to mix it. And those 2 forks joining together will mix your batter the way whisker does. Okay, so I am whisking my sugar and banana together until sugar dissolves completely. Once my sugar has dissolved with banana, here I am putting almost 80 grams of vegetable oil. Give it a very good whisk until your oil incorporates very well with banana and sugar mixture. Okay, so now here's a baking tip for you guys. Whenever you bake anything, always put the ingredient in the mixing bowl after incorporating first ingredient very well in the mixture. Then only add next ingredient. Now after mixing the oil in my sugar and banana mixture, here I am putting almost 200 grams of refined flour or all-purpose flour. If you want, you also can put 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder in this recipe at this stage. As you can see, I am putting flour little at a time because I don't have a bigger sieve. That's why I am putting it little at a time. Or I would have added all the flour at once along with baking powder and baking soda. But if you have a bigger sieve, you can put all the flour at once with baking powder and baking soda. Now put almost 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of baking soda. It is so frustrating when you don't have a bigger sieve and you are baking something with using couple of cups of flour. It is so excruciating. Mix the dry ingredients into your wet ingredients very well or until it gets incorporated completely. Here I am not using my rubber spatula to mix it because it will get thick and it gets tough to mix it. That's why I am using my whisker to mix it at this stage. Okay, so it is almost incorporated. See, all the flour has disappeared. Now into this mixture I am putting almost half cup of whole milk. Again mix it very well before putting another ingredient into this bowl. In baking, it is very important to mix the ingredient very well before putting another ingredient into the mixture. Whether you are making bread, cake or anything. Now I am putting few drops of vanilla essence into my cake batter. Few drops meaning you can put 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence whenever you do this recipe. Again give it a very good whisk. After putting vanilla essence, here it is time to put the last ingredient in this recipe, which is lemon juice. Here I am squeezing half lemon into my batter. Always remember, whenever any recipe calls for an acid ingredient, put that ingredient at last. So why I have put lemon juice into this batter? Because we haven't used any egg in this recipe, but we have used baking soda. And baking soda reacts with acid. That's why I am putting lemon juice into this recipe. But if you want, you also can put a tablespoon of vinegar into this batter, which also will react with baking soda, and that will help your cake to rise better. Now I am transferring my batter into loaf pan. Here I have lined my loaf pan using butter paper. If you don't have a loaf pan, you don't need to worry about that. You can use your cake tin and whatever pan you have. Finally, time has come to bake our banana bread in an oven. Wait a minute. I just have found one more banana sitting next to my oven. So I took my banana bread out from the oven and keeping a slice of that banana on top of that. Now bake it in the preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for almost 40 minutes. After it's been baked, let it get cool first before removing from the pan. So beautiful it is. See how moist, soft and amazing it is. I wish if you could get that aroma in this video my kitchen has filled with. See, it is so amazing, so satisfying, so soft, delicious. If you love this video, do please like, comment, share and please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.